to my channel, Maximum Momming. Okay, in this video, you're going to see some messes in my home, mainly in my front room, in my front entrance, in my hallway, dining room, kitchen, just some areas that need to be taken care of. And so in this video, you're going to see me do just that, take care of these messes. And I call this my extreme task video because these are just tasks that need to be taken care of. So there's small things around the house that I have to do, and they're not in just one room. They're just all around the house. So you might see me do some dusting. You might see me do some wiping down of some furniture, straightening some things, taking care of some small things that need to just be done and bring my house up to par and nice and neat and sparkling clean. And so in order for me to do that and stay organized, because I have ADHD, I'm not going to be able to stay organized without a small little list to handle that. So what I did was I made myself a list to take care of that. So here's the list, is my task list, and I wrote it all out. And I recommend that you do that as well. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the Maximum Momming family. And there's plenty of videos for you to watch and enjoy. And as always, let's get to work. So these are just some old notebooks that my girls keep throughout the school year, and I cleaned them out of the linen closet, and now I'm just going ahead, and my girls like to color code their notebooks. And so my 8th grader likes to keep my 11th grader's notebooks so that when she gets to that point where she is in the same, class that my 11th grader was in, she wants to be able to reference them. And so math is red. So I'm taking out all the math ones and some of the Spanish ones, which are orange, and I'm keeping those. So fall is really set in here in Central Valley, California. We are getting some cool weather. It just rained really, really well. I don't want to say really hard because I've had harder rain in the Midwest, but it just gave us a little bit of rain, which was really nice. And it's cooled down. We're getting between 60 degrees and 70 degrees, which is cold for us. We're like blanket weather now, which is really nice. We're getting some blanket weather. I'm pulling out all my little throws, and we're all sitting around the living room under blankets. And my girls are like pulling them out because I have a little bench in the living room with this full of blankets, and a little basket also that has blankets in it. And my girls are now pulling them all out and getting comfy under them. And we're really now feeling the fall weather and enjoying it. So it's not yet winter. So we're just, they just had me go buy hot chocolate. And I know you're thinking like 70 degrees and you're buying hot chocolate. But it was actually like 61 recently. And you're like 61 degrees and you're buying hot chocolate. Yes, it's cold for us. It's really cold. We're in our jackets and everything. So yeah, they want hot chocolate and soup. But tell me what it's like where you are. What's fall like where you are? Leave it in the comments. What is the temperature like where you are? Let me know. Leave it in the comments. And just tell me what it's looking like for you. So now I'm using the Swiffer dry, like the dry Swiffer cloths, and I'm trying to get up all of like the cat hair and the like any other like dust that's on the floor. It tends to, in our hallways, it tends to just accumulate in the I would say the corners and on the sides of in the hallway. So I'm using the dry Swiffer to pick that up. Anything like even just like our hair can get, like if we shed or anything, it can get in the corners, and then like the cat fur and anything like that, and the dry Swiffer picks it up really well. So that's why I keep that around, and it just picks it up really well. And I do it in the hallways, in the on the sides and things like that, to pick it up, and it just works really well. And so if you are looking for something to get the dust off of the floors or anything like that, the Swiffer like dry sweeper works really well for the corners and things like that. And I do it in the dining room. And if you have like any like spider webs in the corner or anything like that, it'll get that out. Because sometimes in my dining room, in certain areas, it might be like a spider web in the corner. I use that to get that out. So it's a good deal. So my girls are always responsible for sweeping the kitchen, usually after dinner, or like basically every night. Every night I have them sweep the kitchen, just making sure that like the cat food gets swept up, or if anything gets dropped after dinner, or after we wipe off counters, anything like that, they get swept. But they don't do the best job. So I have to run the Roomba, or I have to do the sweeping the next morning or anything like that. So that's another task that I throw on my list. Just to I have to just, mom's work is never done. I have to just go in and do it myself sometimes, because they say they do it and then I do it after them, and then I get a pile like that you see me sweep up right there, because they don't do the best job. So I tend to have to do it myself, because it just, it never gets done right. And then, sometimes I think they say they do it and they don't necessarily do it. And I just have to, do it the right way. But yeah, so that's me sweeping the kitchen up. That's another thing on my task list that I have to do. So yay, I completed all the tasks on my list and I checked them off. And it feels so good to be able to check off everything on the list. It just feels so good. Sometimes I like to, if I do anything extra, I like to just add it to the list and check it off. But yeah, so as you can see, everything is nice and neat and clean. Under that table, that's really just jigsaw puzzles that my daughters do. Yeah, those are like jigsaw puzzles that we, do and put under the table. But everything is nice and neat and clean. Yeah, and just everything is in order. And that's the way I like it. I like everything to be nice and neat and in order. The couch looking good, the chairs looking good. Yeah, I feel like that when everything is in its place and everything is nice and neat, I feel really good about everything. I didn't do any mopping this time because I just mopped recently, and so I was just like, yeah, I'm not necessarily gonna mop this time, but I know that I'm going to do a thorough clean of the kitchen before I get into the Thanksgiving stuff. So I'm going to do that. But if you're new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the Maximum Momming family, because there's going to be some great videos coming and I don't want you to miss it. I really don't. I don't want you to miss those videos. So I'll catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.